15 Things You Should Never Do in South Africa. It has often been said that South Africa is one of the most spectacular countries on the planet. Not only is it rich in wildlife and incredibly diverse ecosystems, but there are also views of the mountains on one end, and endless oceans on the other. And if you happen to be one of the lucky ones that actually get to go there, here are 15 things you should never do when visiting South Africa. Number 1. Don't expect wild animals wherever you go. South Africa is famous for its wildlife, however, don't go about thinking you'll find wild animals lurking everywhere in the country. You won't see them walking down streets, although you are sure to find them in national parks, where you must go if you want to be a witness to the majestic indigenous species. Number 2. Don't forget to tip. Tipping is a part of the South African culture. One is expected to tip at least 10% of the bill amount at restaurants, cafes as well as bars. Not doing so is considered impolite. Also, tips are expected for services like washing hair at the salon and the like. Number 3. Don't go around flaunting your valuable items. Be careful with precious jewelry and electronic items. Don't carry them around and flash them everywhere you go. The place is infamous for having bad neighborhoods and you might end up losing your stuff. If you rent a car, double check whether you locked it, and don't leave your stuff and money unattended. Be sure to carry important documents with you at all times. Number 4. Do not assume that the locals can't speak English. Tourists often assume that people in South Africa don't speak English and ask whether they speak African. Don't do so, as there is no such thing as the African language. However, there are 11 official languages in the country which include English, and languages from several native cultures there. People often speak English as a second language, so don't be reluctant to converse. Number 5. Don't stroll around without knowing where to go. Don't roam around aimlessly in localities or cities. Be aware of your location as well as the destination. Steer clear of the bad neighborhoods which often lie very close to the good ones. Also, if by chance, you hear an angry mob or a demonstration, don't go towards it no matter how curious you are. Turn the other way. Number 6. Avoid going for an unplanned tour. Plan your trip well. The country is vast, so you cannot trip here without an adequate plan beforehand. Road tripping is common but should be well thought upon and planned. You might roam around where there's nothing and miss out on the most beautiful stuff if the planning isn't right. Number 7. Don't be ignorant towards South African table etiquettes. In South African restaurants, you may have to share the table with others, especially in an informal setting. In case that happens, don't force a small conversation with those sitting beside you. Women should consider the fact that they should sit next to other women only. Make sure you ask for the waiter's assistance either by making eye contact or raising your hand. Note that calling or whistling at them is considered to be rude here. Number 8. Don't expect amenities everywhere. Much of the country has construction going on and there are toll roads. So, prepare well and don't expect basic amenities like gas, toilets, and food everywhere you go. Fill up your tanks wherever you can, if you are road tripping, and note that sometimes you may not even find a toilet in the gas station in remote areas. Number 9. Don't forget your plug adapters. There might be a difference in socket board plug faces from your homeland. So, make sure you carry plug adapters for your electronic gadgets, or they might end up being dead in your bags, and remain unused for the purpose that you have brought them for. Better safe than sorry. Number 10. Don't forget to be cautious with the pranksters. If you find anyone in trouble in the middle of the road, don't stop to them to offer help, as it might be a hoax or make-believe to cause you some trouble. However, if you really are concerned, then report to the police instead. The emergency number to contact the police is 10,111. Also, keep yourself aware of the set South African laws for tourists. Number 11, don't let the scorching heat affect your skin. When talking about things not to do in South Africa, then this one should never be forgotten. The climate here is hot even for the locals. Make it a point to carry sunscreens, wear hats, and hydrate well. The heat here is unforgiving and it is advised to take all necessary measures to avoid sunburns, especially when visiting the beach or going on hikes to see scenic views. Number 12, never drink the tap water. Although most of the well-known cities have potable tap water, never drink it if you happen to be in the smaller cities, towns or in the bush. And if you happen to have a sensitive stomach, don't bother to drink it either, unless you want to spend the rest of your trip with your head hanging in the toilet bowl. Or worse. Number 13, never pronounce zebra wrong. Crazy as it may sound, if you happen to pronounce the word zebra wrong, you're not going to hear the end of it. Locals actually get annoyed when people don't say it as zebra, which is how they pronounce it. If you happen to say zebra, be prepared to seriously be harassed until you get it right. Number 14, never give money to beggars. Unfortunately, South Africa has a big problem when it comes to beggars and the homeless. Don't be surprised if you see tons of people begging on the streets waiting to receive a donation or handout from travelers. But whatever you do, never give them money. Whatever they receive normally goes straight to their drug and alcohol addictions, which is something that no one should condone. Number 15, never forget to take the bug spray. Africa, in general, is prone to malaria, a blood disease that is spread through mosquitoes, which is a very serious business. Never leave your bug spray at home, even if you do remember to put some on before going out. It's best to keep reapplying throughout the day, especially if that day is spent out in the wild.